takes just like takes your heart to make. Like we don't do that. We don't put nothing into that, and we grow up as these old bitter adults that work the job because we didn't have enough heart to just start something, to just do something different.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me. Not for the time that I've spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society. My mama raised a loser, but I broke the chains. I wasn't made to be a player. I was made to build a game.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack, and we're back in the lab once again at 4:19 a.m. Before we get started, please trample over that like and subscribe button. We do this for y'all because we love y'all, and we just want to give y'all the motivation to be better than y'all were yesterday. How are we doing, Mac?
Tired.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are tired. But
It is what it is, bro. Like I just want
it
to.
is.
I'm gonna put that out there like that. Like I wasn't gonna make it seem like it was gonna be for behind the scenes only. Like I say that, and it's just for us to hear. Nah, bro. I'm saying it to everybody, dog. Like sometimes you get into sometimes you get out of routine schedule, man. You just you do something that ain't got you ain't got no business doing. You stay up later than you should. And yeah, man. I ain't get to bed last night until oh man, it was like 11 something. And then Alyssa and I got into a topic about, what our next step is. And then, as a good husband, you gotta stay up and have those tough conversations. Especially like if you see your significant other make a certain type of face. So, I had to stay up and address that elephant or whatever. So, dog, it's getting real out here, man. Got a kid, just that's born. Talking about another one, trying to get our family straight. But yeah, man, just in the middle of that transition, man, everything's starting to look a little wavy. So, we had to have a conversation about it last night. So we was up until about it was up about like 12:30. And then when 12:30 came and we decided that we were going to bed, little mama was like, nah, y'all up. And I was like, I got it. I'm probably talking in slow motion right now. I feel like it's fast. But it's just probably slow as hell.
Nah, you good. It's a part of life. Sometimes you have to, like talking through it, especially when you're in this game, or you're in this ride called life.
Yeah.
You have your ups and downs. You have your parts where the future seems a little unclear. It's unknown to you, especially when going into new chapters. I mean, you guys are great people. I know whatever comes your way, y'all take it as a team, and that's magical. That not a lot of people are doing that out there in full committed, marriages, in serious relationships. It's always a atmosphere of I'm going through this alone when you have that person right there.
Yeah, I never understood that, man. Because I work very hard to make sure that I'm not in a situation like that. So I don't know if I can. I wouldn't be able to just sit back and just let that be my life, dog. But it is a lot of people out here they just kind of dealing with that, man. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. But on a lighter note, happy belated Valentine's Day, everybody. When y'all hear this, it's probably be about a week after
A whole
Valentine's
week
Day.
later. Whole week later. That was last week's episode. You should have said that.
True.
But I do got a question though, because something happened yesterday, and I was just like, this is kind of weird, and I wanted to make sure that I won't tripping, and I ain't even gonna start off saying what happened. I'm just gonna like lay the preface of the story or whatever. But I was out and I was getting food. I was out getting or picking up the material so I can finally put the shed up because the house is looking a mess right now. Um, so I stopped to get food after I picked that up, and the guy was like, he handed me the food. He was like, "Yeah, sorry for the wait. Here's extra blah blah blah," and I was like, "Enjoy the rest of your day." And social programming, I respond, "Yeah, man, thank you, you too." But in the middle of my response, my man says, "Happy Valentine's Day to you," and I just froze.
What you mean?
I'm just saying, like the dude, and Alyssa thought I was crazy when I said that. We two grown ass men. I'm like, yo, both of us got beards. And he was just like, "Yo, happy Valentine's Day to you." And I was like, for a second there, I was like, "Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa." Do men say happy Valentine's Day to each other?
It's that your fault.
I'm just saying, like, I ain't never saying it. I ain't never saying it. So I was like, yo, I don't know if people doing that. Like,
So it the I gonna say it depends, but like now that you said something, I don't. Did we ever like say it?
we never did, dog. Like I think that was like kind of taboo. And like obviously I ain't no homophobe or nothing like that. So like if we are, then I guess we are. Like we're gonna be grown up about it and be proud in our sexualities or whatnot. But yeah, man, it just kind of caught me off guard. I had so many questions. I was just like, and I can't ask them at this moment in this line. So like, I'm just gonna walk away. I ain't say nothing, bro. Like when I say I froze when he said that, I was like in the middle of a sentence, and he said Happy Valentine's Day to you, and I'm just like, all right.
Oh my god! All right. So I mean, it is 2024. Like you said, we are okay in our sexuality. But I feel like he was coming from a place because I've seen a lot lately over the years about how men's mental health is finally getting addressed. There's the whole thing where it's like, all right, we should be giving our men flowers now, because the only time men actually get flowers is when they're getting buried, like
Yeah.
at the funeral. That's the only time they get acknowledged or lick of respect or but that is funny. But yeah, man's was probably saying that you was hard working fella. You probably had that demeanor about you that you someone should say something to you. He wanted you to have a good day.
No, I'm sure it was just social programming, but
It could have been too.
my ass. I guess I just won't program for that. I was like, damn, that's wild, bro.
Mm, mm. On Valentine's Day. Starstruck on Valentine's, not starstruck, but that is, I don't know. That makes me think like, what aren't we accustomed to that is just like something we should be like that was a whole positive interaction, but because of the environment we live in, like it didn't seem normal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just thought in the back of my head. But I had a story on Valentine's Day. You know, I was sending happy Valentine's Day to my peoples, guy friends, female friends, and all this other stuff. And it was just like one group message off Snapchat, and I was like, "Yo, good morning, happy Valentine's Day to my ladies, my
Oh, you
gents."
still do Snapchat?
Yeah.
Damn.
And I was like, men, be safe out here. You know, I understand you going to work. Some of y'all going to work. Some of y'all not. You know what it is. Ladies, eat breakfast. Jeez, like it, get some nourishment in the morning and go about your day. Hope y'all have a lovely day. Happy Valentine's Day. And about 4 out of the, was it 5? I think about 4 out of the 5 other females that I sent that to or whatever, they were like, "Oh, well, I had this small muffin and yogurt for breakfast, or this I don't eat breakfast. Breakfast makes me sick and all this other stuff." And I'm like,
What you
"What?"
eating for breakfast?
Right? I'm like, you don't actually have to have breakfast foods for breakfast, first of all, but just have some type of substance in the morning. Like you running off fumes and all this other stuff. And then I was just like, some of y'all, you don't have a significant other in your life, but you do have responsibilities, uh, young upcoming responsibilities. You need that throughout the day. Like if your body go into power save mode and you just collapse, who gonna take care of those responsibilities? It's just you. What are you doing? Like take care of yourself. Figure out what you need to do. Take care of yourself. But it was just it was ridiculous.
I'm trying to figure that part out. Like, because you wanted to, I know you wanted to attack the angle of how we get here, but I do now that that you say something about it, I'm just trying to figure out like, yo, how was it? If I'm not mistaken, Alyssa used to do that too. Like she wouldn't eat, but one meal a day, and it was like a hot pocket or something, and it'll be like at like
something
12.
processed or quick.
It was like 12 o'clock. And like the only thing you had this morning was like avocado toast or something, or some extra small. Like like
Ridiculous.
I don't know, bro. Like, and only females do that.
Mm-hmm.
And not to sound sexist or anything, I'm pretty sure there's some dudes out here who like skipping breakfast. I remember a few times I skipped breakfast, but it was because of a necessity, not necessarily, a habit. But like I know for a fact, like, yo, like when I don't eat, my body is like, hey, I'm gonna give you as much energy as you possibly need. But just know that when you done moving, you done.
Yo.
I'm gonna have you on the brink of death until you put something in this body. Because right now, you acting up.
Yeah. And it all right, so I know certain people are a certain way, certain people their body reacts a certain way. Like I never really understood it. I know why it happened, but like I don't think it happens to my older brother. I haven't had this happen, but like my younger brother, this would happen to all the time, like clockwork, right? So it's about midday or something, probably like around lunchtime or something like that, or it's after school, we're home. He has this headache, almost like a chronic headache, migraine or something. And we're like, "What did you eat today?" He's like, "Nah, not really. I had something small in the morning." And I'm just like, "I think your sugar's low or something," or and then he'll eat
Yeah,
something, and it'll be fine.
yeah,
Like a couple minutes later, I'm like, "What is?" I was like,
yeah.
"What is that?" Then I would go to school, and then I go through my classes, and then a couple of females will have the same issue, like headache or something wrong. And I was like, "Did y'all eat? Did you have
Mm.
breakfast or something this morning?" Like, no, I had a granola bar or something like that. I'm like, that's it? Like, those things I feel like they're made to be burned quickly, and then it's not like it's a snack in between, not a meal to start the day. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah, it's just poor ass environment that we grew up in,
yeah,
man. Like you just feel like you can cut whatever you think you can cut, and there's no consequences. Like you can just bypass whatever you want to bypass, and you can still be good because nobody is there to lay the groundwork and let you know, like, yo, that's not how this works. Like you gonna have to eat, and like it's not like we not getting the information.
mm,
Everybody know for sure that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Like we all know that, but what they don't tell you is why breakfast is the most important meal of the day, or
mm.
why breakfast is called breakfast. Because
True.
you
You're
breaking
breaking
the
it
fast.
fast. Yeah.
You breaking the fast. Like it's the longest period of the day that you are not eating. So like
Mm,
you're supposed to be like supposed to be. Some of us do it wrong. We do dumb stuff like work night shift and
mm.
all that other stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or we do midnight snacks, which is
Mhm.
horrible for your body. I don't know who out here doing that, but if you get to if you getting to eating dinner at somewhere around midnight, then that's something different. But like you actually got some people waking up in the middle of the night going to get a what they call it, a late night
Night,
snack.
night.
That's horrible for your
Yeah.
body, bro. But and some people don't even know it's horrible for your body. Like we just do it because we saw our parents do it or something. And then it's not the time that you eating, it's the what you eating. Because
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never got up in the middle of the night and craved a salad. I ain't never, like, it just don't work that
Yeah.
way. Like it's just not how this goes. But you know um yeah, man, this environment, man, we learn things that we learn half the story, and I
Oh,
think that's the part. I think that's the problem here. Like we learn half the story. Like we just grow up and we see our parents do certain things, and then we just think we can do it too, and it's just fine. But meanwhile, our parents are developing certain health issues and psychotic issues, doing these weird things. Like we see our parents not sleeping, so we just think like, okay, yeah, not sleeping is
that's no.
cool. Like I
Yeah.
can just do that. I can just do that. So now, like your parents, they not sleeping because they trying to take care of you or make money for you or something like that. Like, and I can see that right now based on how my lifestyle is. If I don't get this right, then my daughter is going to come along doing the same exact thing that I was doing because nobody really taught me either. But she got an advantage because I don't plan on holding no punches for her. Like you gonna learn this. So yeah, man.
You're gonna learn a date. Yep. I feel that. Uh, that's interesting because it hearing that we only learn half the story brought me to the fact that like growing up, parents always told you like this is the way, and it wasn't really a explanation of why this is the way or why we're doing
Right.
things this way. It
Yeah.
was just like
Yeah.
this is the way.
Like you
This
Mandalorian or something. Yeah.
facts. And Also with the health boy, I was talking to a guy yesterday at work. He was walking, saw me working or whatever, made a joke, asked me a question. We started talking, and this is another thing people do. Uh, I asked him, I was like, "Get any steps in?" And he was like, "Yeah, had a real bad heart attack or something 20 years ago. Been walking ever since." And it made me think, like, that's not the first time I've heard that from a older, you know, person, older anybody, male and female. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why you wait so long? And that was kind of like scratching at the back of my head. Like, why do we wait till we have a chronic illness or some type of traumatic event happens that
I got you.
puts us in the hospital, or
I
uh
got you.
uh we have a scare, a almost death scare or something, and then we get our shit together. Like, why don't we learn it beforehand and then take the actions before it gets to the worst case scenario, right?
So like, if you want to know the answer to that, like we can go there, but the episode is probably gonna go there because like the way you were unfolding that to me, I was just like, yo, that's terrible, and I know
Right?
exactly why it happened. I just said it like, yo, our parents did it because they trying to take care of us, bro. Like I hear so many people, they said they doing something they ain't got no business doing, and it's just been working for this long, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. Like you ain't got time to stop, bro. Like think about the world you live in. You get stuck in a rut, bro. The moment that you get stuck in the rut, the rat race, dog, it ain't much you can do. Once you're a part of the rat race, it's over. So like you just go on the motions, dog. You just trying to do what you trying to do, or you say you do what you got to do, is what most people say. They're not necessarily looking above where they at to find success, and they just kind of. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Like I know a guy who works at Amazon who he on night shift, and this man got a day job, and he said he been doing that for years, dog. He got I think he said he got 3 kids, if I'm not mistaken, but he work at night at Amazon and got a day job, and I'm like, bruh, do you know what that's doing to your body right now? Like, dog, you do you understand what you're doing to yourself? Said, yeah, man, I gotta do what I gotta do though. It's been working for me this long. It's been working for me this long, so I ain't complaining. I'm still able to keep my head up, still able to move, take one step at a time, still able to breathe. God got me. Okay. Looking forward to how the story ends.
I mean,
that's a joke, man.
Right?
Don't counsel me for that. But yeah, man, it's a lot of people out here just they're ignoring health, like basic health stuff, like just simple stuff. They're ignoring it because they feel like they have to, or the situation, the circumstances that they put themselves in, they're not able to physically focus on the health stuff, because if I focus on the health stuff, I gotta completely disregard my routine in order to focus on health stuff. And I don't know how to make money otherwise. Like I don't know how to survive otherwise. Like I don't know how to survive without skipping breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and only eating dinner like one night a week, and then like fast food for the rest of the nights. Like I don't know how to not wake up in the morning and eat a granola bar and keep going. Like And simple stuff like that, man. But these things have a major man, what it was man. When you sell a house, bruh, or you get a hard money loan for a house, and that is when you go get a loan from a from a hard money lender, dog.
Hmm.
You do anything that violates that loan agreement, dog, and they do this thing called balance due. Now that's when, say you refinance or you set up something. I don't know. It's a lot of different parameters when you getting hard money with hard money loans, dog. But like they do this thing called balance due. That is whenever that situation, whenever the circumstances are met, my money is due right now. Like, they say you had 30 years to pay it off, but right now we know that you put yourself in a position to get out of this.
Mm.
So my money is due right now. And I promise you, all of these things got a balance due to it.
Come on.
And it's going to come at one time. And then whatever your situation is, it might look different for the next person, but I promise you, whatever it is going to be debilitating. Because it always is. For every single person, it always is. You got strokes, heart attacks, what's some other joints? Some people becoming diabetic.
Yeah.
You got some other stuff happening to some folks. Some people get neurological issues, like us. me not sleeping as good as I should be is probably not something that I want to play with, dog. Like, and that's
Right.
realistic. Like, I don't want to play with that. And Alyssa's been telling me for years, like, yo, you got to get some sleep. Like, this not working. It's not working. And quiet as kept, like, I feel the difference. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and act like it's oh man, and just being honest with y'all, like 10, 15 years ago, me doing something that's simple as forgetting a word, like it wouldn't even have been the thing if I just gotten the sleep that I supposed to. Like that happens so much, bro. Like I get to this point, like I start fogging up and can't remember certain like simple stuff. Like it happens. Like I'm not beyond understanding that these things have side effects.
Yeah.
Like they do. Like, but for whatever reason, we get in these ruts where we're like, okay, we gotta do what we got to do. Like it's not we don't make money otherwise. So like, yeah, man.
And with that, to bring it full circle, all it takes is to take a moment. You already in the rut, so that feeling of I can't go any lower, or I gotta do this, or there's something worse on the other end. It's already worse. Take it on the chin. Take a moment and reevaluate your life. Me and Mac we already been through that reevaluation process. Probably butchered that word, but anyway.
Yeah, you did.
We're doing this podcast. We started something. We've planted seeds, and they're growing. And a lot of people won't get past that part, or even start that part, because of the rut they're in, because of the environment that taught them that, all right, we don't do all that happy stuff, all that, that self health, that self happiness, that we need a job. You need a job to survive in this life. We don't teach nothing about, all right, that talent that you got, and we always go back to talent. We always go back to careers and businesses that people need.
Mm-hmm.
People out here making a killing off of soap, off of handmade products. You go on Etsy and there's this whole list of stuff that is handmade, handcrafted, most of it. A good about 80% of it handmade, and the
Mm-hmm.
stuff looks dope. Um, my boy Allen, it was a while ago. He had came into some money. He was making some very irresponsible purchases.
Yeah.
Man bought a sword off Etsy, and crazy enough, it
Oh,
was probably about, I want to say, I think he said it was like $60 or something. So I won't even mad at him.
no, that's
But
not
like,
bad. That's not bad. I thought it was gonna be like convention prices.
no, it was pretty cheap. But like, the quality of it would have been like convention prices, right? And that's how you know somebody is in their craft. They're loving what they're doing. Because I'm talking about it. It looked beautiful. Uh, and it was just like, we're in an environment that wouldn't even think about doing that. I mean, yeah, blacksmithing is a very out there talent. I mean, if you got it, you got it. But
Mm-hmm.
like, just something as sitting down, doodling on a piece of paper, doing art, doing anything that takes just like takes your heart to make. Like we don't do that. We don't put nothing into that, and we grow up as these old bitter adults that work the job because we didn't have enough heart to just start something, to just do something different. We don't
Mm-hmm.
pivot. We don't learn a new skill. If we have to learn a new skill, we're complaining through the entire thing. If something small changes in our life, if you trip over a pebble, you blowing everything out of proportion. You done you know, cussed out your kids, your wife, and all this other stuff because
Mm-hmm.
they want to see more of you, and you just fly off the rails. Well, I'm doing this for y'all and all this other stuff, and I'm trying to make money for y'all. I'm working this dead end job. Change, like figure what you have to do to, you know, give, if not for yourself, like give your family the life that they want, the life that they deserve. You know, and it is crazy. You know, I'm really glad we had that meeting the other day. We had a meeting um to kind of put some things in perspective, because I know Mac is tired of me talking, and I know I'm tired of me talking. It's time to actually do the things that we say we want to do, because a lot of people get stuck in that part, the talking part, uh the planning stage, and never get to the execution stage, and it's so easy.
Mm-hmm.
So how you feel about that, man?
Yeah, man. Uh, you said something. Excuse me. You said something earlier in that I wanted to address, and that at the moment I can't really remember it. But oh yeah, you were talking about people saying that they're doing it for their family,
Mm.
and I didn't necessarily get that until listening to Yada, and how he said that if as a man you had to go harder for your family, and I understand that. Um, I'm just recently coming to this realization that these are the times, or these are the things that were meant to be in place. Like, a man is supposed to be on a climb for greatness,
Mm.
a climb. But here's something that I think people forget you climbing for greatness. You're not accidentally falling into greatness. You're not stumbling into greatness. Ain't nobody giving you greatness. You climbing for greatness. And I think a lot of people, what they do is they sit still for so long, and they get in these situations where they say that they're doing this for their family, they grinding for their family, but ain't really no grind happening. So you end up like us at the beginning stages of this podcast. You just doing a whole bunch of stuff, and you ain't really making that happen. You ain't sowing those seeds. You ain't putting nothing together. I got to a point the other day, man, and I'm so glad I heard Steve Harvey say it, because he said one time that he prayed to be busy.
Cool.
And if he said that when he prayed to be busy, he knew that if he was always busy doing something, he'd always be making money. And he said that he got to a point one day where he was just tired. He said he got tired of moving around. He got tired of making stuff happen. He said at the moment that he thought he was about to complain, he realized that this is something that he prayed for, and this comes with the territory. So, and I feel it, man. Like, at this point in our lives, with us being at the beginning stages of everything that we're doing, you kind of get to a point where you're like, yo, I just want to sleep. I just want to not wake up at 4:00 in the morning. I want to be able to get some rest, or I just want to sit down and play Power World. But a lot of people get to this stage where they are saying that they're doing it for their family, but like, I just want to make it clear that we are not the same. You and I are not the same if you waking up in the morning and you just doing the same exact thing over and over and over again. Like we say, yo, we make time for this podcast. We make time for what we're doing. The problem with most of y'all is that you're doing the same exact thing, but you ain't got the same principles. So you just up just doing stuff. You just up doing just random stuff. You up working. Like, yo, nobody told you. And who's to say, like the guy said that he listened to the podcast before. Who's to say that he ain't listened to the podcast, found out that we wake up at 4:00 every single morning to do the podcast, and was like, I bet that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to give me a second job. Who's to say that? I don't know. I don't know. So, like, for real, some of y'all out here, y'all grinding. I recognize your hard work. I recognize your hard work. But the problem with your hard work is that you got to reevaluate at some point whether your hard work is only for the right now, or is your hard work is going to benefit your future. And I think that's some of the problem that we have as people. You're doing stuff that ain't necessarily benefiting your future. So therefore, when somebody call you out on it, that's why you're getting pissed when people say, okay, well, like, you just lashing out at folks because you know for a fact that your right now doesn't justify your future. And you worried about it, they worried about it, or they're not necessarily worried about it. They're worried about your health, your sanity, apparently, because if you lashing out at people for asking about, seeing you, like, if your sanity is also in question at this point as well. So that's also something that you need to consider when it comes to having this conversation. So, like, the only times that I know for a fact that I get irritated when Alyssa asks me something is when I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That's the only time. The only time I ever get to a point where I'm just like, yo, I'm about to spaz out on something is because I know that I could be doing something a little bit better. So if she asks me, hey, I ain't seen you around the house in a while. What you gonna do about that? And I just lash out, be like, yeah, man, yeah, I'm working for you. I'm working. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm bringing the money in. Like, yo, how is first of all, it's not fair to your spouse for you to say that. One thing, like, they don't need to hear that. Like, that's not their fault that you don't make what you're supposed to be making.
Ooh.
It's not their fault. So, you know, in the interest of getting back to the topic, I'm just going to finish off with this. As you going through your go through, man, just find the things. Find the things. Like, yo, just it's not hard. It's going to be a little challenging to ease your way into it, but just find the things that's going to benefit your future. Because if you're going to sacrifice your body, your mind, body, and spirit on something, bruh, make it count in the end. And I recommend you don't sacrifice yourself. Like, you know, we ain't gotta do like they did back in the day, do a blood sacrifice and all this other stuff. You know, sell your first kid. You know, have a conversation with Rumpelstiltskin. You know, all this stuff like that they used to do back in the day. You know, sell your soul to the devil. All that stuff, man. Like, yo, for real, I'd much rather you be in full health when you get to where you need to be. But the problem is like I not the problem, but I just want to make sure that if you're gonna get there, especially listening to us, I want to make sure that if you get there, you actually be in good mind, body, and spirit when you get there, so you can enjoy it when you get there. You know what I mean? So like, just keep that in mind, folks.
I feel that, and you know, luckily there is a there is a group of people in the upcoming generation that is on I need to set time away for myself for whatever reason, you know. And they're going into the workforce, and you know, they're demanding it. Like, you know, we've talked about how people see the younger generation as lazy or something. They don't want to work. No, they don't want to do the same thing their parents have done, their grandparents have done. You know, we've passed the point where we're gonna slave for a job, and that job doesn't even give us the bare minimum to survive. I seen a video recently of and it is crazy. It's wild. I guess these I guess they're like managers or the bosses of a company or something right there, and they're going in about their Gen Z new hire or something, right? Gen Z new hire sent in an email or something that he wasn't gonna be able to make a mandatory meeting or something like that. They're just going in. Oh, he works out at like 9 a.m. in the morning or something. Oh, who works out at that time? You know, go later or something like that. And they're just going in, right? So he rebuttals. He stitched the conversation. He rebuttals. He's like, well, such and such boss lady. My classes are paid, so I have a you know, commitment to that class. You know, are you guys gonna reimburse me? I've given ample time in advance to say that, hey, these are my priorities. These are what I have that comes first, regardless of the negotiation before this job. Like, if they can't be met, cool. All right, I'll look for work elsewhere. But you know, we came to an agreement that these are my prior responsibilities that come before this job. No negotiation. And of course, he's gonna take them to HR. You know, he in that conversation, he was a little teed, but like, there's adults, grown men, women that won't do that. That won't have the backbone to do something that simple for themselves, to tell the job, hey, this comes first. you
Like
guys aren't
you overstepping your boundaries right now. I need you to chill out.
right.
You overstepping.
Like it's ridiculous how much, you know, heart that so-called Gen Z person has over, you know, the old man we see at work that complains about getting moved around. You know, he's been at that job for years and he's complaining about getting moved around. But like,
Yeah,
you ain't done nothing outside of work. You haven't set time to focus on learning a skill, getting your health in straight. Like the old man at the job, hunched over, he walking with a lean or whatever, and he still comes to work, same lean, same walk, further damaging his body. And
yeah,
you got this Gen Z over here running circles around him. He go to the gym like clockwork. He got a routine down. He got the principles to success. He just hasn't, you know, put in the right formula or the right things in place
yeah.
to the point where he could just lead a job, you know. But like, it's so weird how we have that dynamic. Like, and it's clear as day. It's like night and day. You know, you go to a 9 to 5 and you see these younger cats coming up and they want more, but like they don't know the right place to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see these old cats that all they want is the same job but more pay, and it doesn't work that way. And I'm just like, what is going on here?
I'm just trying to figure out how that happened. Like you just think that somebody gonna add value to you, and you ain't add no extra value. I just try to figure out how that part works.
None at all. And I say all that to, you know, bring it back full circle. Y'all have to get to a point in your life where you sit down, you think about it, you talk about it, and you just do it. Like, there's nothing more to it but that process. You know, find an action, find a goal, plan it out, write it down, type it up, put it in a Google document, whatever document you need, you know, to have it to you know, print it out, even put it on your wall so you see it every day that this is the goal, this is what I'm striving for, and set time to the side to do those things. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. Yeah, you might have a family. Uh, yeah, you might have other responsibilities to take care of, but once you take care of them, don't stop. Don't stop moving and sit down and, you know, and rest, because then there's gonna be time wasted. Like, oh, that time that you wasted, you know, it it's just gonna be time wasted. You ain't gonna get that back.
Yeah,
So since you're already in the trenches, you know, take care of yourself. That is one thing, but you know, do what you have to do to plant those seeds so they grow further down in the future. In the future, you'll have this giant tree of skill, of product, of knowledge. You know, it goes straight back into investing in yourself. If you don't invest into yourself, the job won't. Uh, your neighbor won't. That person that you see, your coworker that you see every day, they won't.
mm-hmm.
You in the same boat they in. They ain't got nothing to put towards towards your cause, towards anything you got going on.
Yeah. Oh man, you had such a strong start. I was hoping for a stronger finish. Oh man, damn man, I was hoping to use that for a clip.
Come on.
Man, don't we know it?
Yeah.
Don't we know it, dog? We've been, it's been how many years since 4 years, bro. 4 years. Not all of it have we been waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do the podcast, but even back in the day when we were still doing this
It
in
was
the
still right
studio,
after work.
it was right after work, bro. right after work. Wednesdays used to be so hard. And that is the weirdest part about it. Like, yo, Wednesdays used to be hard. And I was like, yo, I'm not even the one that got to drive an hour to get home when we done with the joint. So I'm like, I can't even imagine how y'all was feeling. Like, damn, bro. Wednesdays used to be tough. Like, that was the day that I was like, yo, you know what? I'm going home. Deuces. I can't. I can't, bro. I can't.
Yep. After a 10-hour shift on your feet, walking around, walking damn near a mile,
Damn near a mile. What you talking about, bro?
What you mean?
We walk way more than 1 mile at work.
We do. Oh.
Hell yeah.
Anyway.
Like 2 or 3 miles a day.
They'll be trying to sell the job short.
Shit, yep. 24,000 steps a day is a normal.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And that's as a supervisor.
True. Yeah. Yeah. My step counter before first break, step count has been reached. I'm like, Lord.
Know what I'm saying?
But yeah, that just goes to show that, we've been setting time to the side for this podcast. It is one of our seeds that will grow into something in the future. This content can be reached anywhere at any time at any given moment. This year, next year, in the years to come, and it's not that hard. I think the hardest part is probably waking up and getting in front of the camera. But like once the camera's on, we sit here, we knock it out. It was a rocky start, but we've gotten it down to a T. Like we can literally do this and not sleep. Like we be sleepy as hell getting on this.
Damn, sleep getting on, yeah.
But it just goes to show that practice and putting time in, it works out in the end. This podcast is an example. You have examples out here of what following your dreams looks like. What happens when you follow your dreams? You do something you love. You do something creative that speaks to your inner child. That speaks to that person you want to be in life. It releases you. Like the job is always gonna be there, so why not take a chance, do a Hail Mary, and do the dang thing. If you want to make music, if you want to make art, if you want to be a dancer, ice skater, whatever form of art you can think of, craft things, build things, blog about things, travel, do it. Some people don't even, we said this before, some people don't even leave the town that they're in. Like the only place that they've been for like a vacation is like a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
You got other people flying across country on a daily, just on a whim, just to see a property that they want, just to take their family somewhere. I've seen a couple take a helicopter to a Cracker Barrel.
Oh yeah, they landed out in the parking lot of the Cracker Barrel. I seen that.
I was like,
yeah.
What? We drove like just 10-20 minutes to get here. They flew on a helicopter. I don't know how far they lived, but it's just the fact a helicopter landed in our Cracker Barrel's parking lot. They was like, yo, they got the best ham or something. The sugar cured ham is just delightful there. We should go.
It ain't that deep. I don't understand why that.
But I'm like, yo, that is wild. There's a lifestyle that even even though we started this journey, there's still new things that we're learning that just blow my mind each and every day. Like how a successful person's lifestyle is. Like I never knew that there's a forget what they call it. What is that? A runway community?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
I was like, what is that? It's literally a community with a runway smack dab in the middle. You get there,
a runway and a landing strip.
I was like, what? Where is this? When is this?
And everybody's driveway has a driveway for cars and a hangar next to the driveway. And the houses, man, the houses, bro, they look like my house stacked on my house. With another my house on the side. And probably 3 more my houses in the backyard. I looked it up, man. Mm-hmm. I looked it up. Yo, they got some in California. They got majority of them joints in Florida. You know, they got some other joints in some other places, like in the mountains and stuff somewhere, bro. But like, yo, for real, like between those and like boating communities.
Yeah. I was just about to bring those up. Like, you know, I do a lot of work at like, you know, some lakefront properties, and you know, you go into those communities and everybody, I'm talking about every house, has a boat parked out of that jank, and I'm just like, what happens when y'all decide to all go on the lake at the same time? That thing gonna be so congested.
Just be out that joint just dodging each other, you know, praying for the best. And my mother-in-law live in a community like that too.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, after seeing the runway jank, I'm like, the runway jank, it seems like a step up from the boat jank. I'm like, all I knew was the boat jank.
All depend on your preference. So you can't fish in the sky, so some people rather have a boating joint.
Yeah, true.
I mean, you can try to fish in the sky. I wouldn't recommend it though.
But all right, so and we will talk about that later. But I was gonna say with the plane jank, like, wouldn't everybody need a pilot license?
Yeah. Either that, or
hire
you know,
somebody.
you got money, right? You got money, so you can just hire somebody to come. Hey, look, I feel like going out in the sky today. It's a nice day. Old Jeffrey, get over here about 2:00. You know, pay you $15,000. Take us in the air for a few hours. Yeah. Hell yeah! Come on, Jeffrey. We about to get to work.
But yeah. There's a lifestyle out here that people are living, and you can be a part of. Don't ever, you know, think that you can't be a part of that lifestyle. I know we talk about it like, you know, it's foreign, and we only talk about it like it's foreign because in our environment we haven't heard, seen, like, none of that was in the textbooks. Like, I ain't never opened up a textbook and they talked about like different type of communities and how to start a
and it should have.
It really
should have, because my textbook should have definitely been like, yo, this is not the only community in the world. Let me show you some other stuff. My textbook should have definitely said that.
Yo, it's a I forget what it's called, but it's like I think it's a compound, multi-house compound or something like that. Where it's like this one big land and like you basically got like multiple.
Yeah, the joint that Alyssa and I want to do.
Okay. Yeah, and it's just like these things are attainable. Like, and crazy enough, like some of these things, you know, I thought it was like, yo, I'm the first one that thought of this, and people were like, no, that's this that we actually have that. Why ain't nobody told me about it? What am I working towards? And we already got something like this. Like this should be the goals. What is this working up the corporate ladder? We got
Facts.
get what it's called. It's like a farmhouse. It looks like a barn, but like it's been incorporated into like this 3-story house or something. Man, inside looks nice. And I'm just like, I was like, my environment failed me. I just did the environment. I mean, the environment did what the environment was supposed to do. It was supposed to, produce another cog in the assembly line that we call the 9 to 5. It did its job. It did its job. But now it's time to break away from that. If you're listening to this, it is your time. So set the time aside to break free. You have all rights. You deserve it. Do it for yourself. And all that motivational talk. Whatever you need to listen to it. Because you gotta do it. You gotta do it now. Not now. It just ain't gonna happen. Like we've proven to y'all the evidence is there. The job is not gonna get you to the lifestyle that you want to live.
No, we ain't had to prove that. We just had to look around for that one. We all know some people who just been doing job stuff for ages and they ain't made it nowhere.
And they talking about keeping y'all longer and doing the job stuff. They about to up that bad boy to 75.
Yeah, because ain't nowhere for you to go. Like, no job is meant for you to stay there forever, but yet people find a way to stay forever.
Stay there forever.
They find a way. It doesn't matter.
And I had another conversation with an old guy. For some reason, old people just like to stop and talk to me. I don't know what it is.
You got that face.
But we got on the topic of he got a couple of friends that retired early because either they some miracle type thing happened to him and they got a lot of money. Like dude got a buddy where his buddy's wife used to take care of the granddad or whatever. So when he passed, he left in the will like $1 million. A lot of money, basically.
Yeah. Well,
so
I guess at some point it was a lot of money, but I don't think it is now.
Yeah. But they retired off that, so they living it big. He was like, guy calls him up, and then he's also retired from the military. His buddy and all this other stuff. Basically, he got $1 million on top of government checks that he's getting. So he's set for life. And then guy I was talking to, he retired. He getting a check and some other stuff. But he's in like his, I think he said he was like 70 or something. Or something around that time. Something around that age. And I'm like, but dog, and he was telling me about the the rat race, the mundane, you work till your retirement, you get a good job, you work, and I'm like, no. you in your 70s and like all you want, you a hermit. All you want to do is, so that you're content with sitting at the house. It is a nice house, by the way. You're secluded. You back here in the backwoods. No one really, sees you like talking about. He got like the whole some thick, tall trees, like some evergreen janks that kind of, it's his personal fence or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, y'all trying to live y'all lives and have fun and all this other stuff, but y'all old. I'm sorry. But I'm like, this is the norm. This is the social norm, and this has been the social norm for years.
For years now.
Like the only way to have a great life or live comfortable is to retire, is to uh befriend or be in service to somebody and hope that when they pass, they leave something in their will that can make my life just like a little bit easier or something like that. And I'm like, that feels weird. Like that gives a lot of white knight vibes.
Yeah, I see. I feel that. I
Like
feel that.
you only helping, you only going above and beyond because you want something out of it in the end. You're not doing it just because. And then when that person passed and they penny pension or they be stingy or something and they don't give you what you want, you talking about them for the for the rest of your life. You like,
And
man, I've
you
been
like,
working
and you
for
the one that put yourself in this situation.
right. And I'm just
Damn.
like, and that's the main thing right there. Uh, some of these situations, some of these things that we're complaining about, that people complain about,
Mm-hmm.
y'all put yourself in that situation. Like you didn't seek any other information, any other knowledge. You went into that job thinking, oh, they started paying people more than the average job around, and you ain't looking to why they started doing that or what you got to put in to make it to that wage. And it's just like you get stuck in there chasing the dollar. You do all that chasing the dollar,
Mm-hmm.
and you still end up in the rat race. You still end up right back like everybody else. You still another cog in the machine, and nothing changes in your life.
Yeah, because like I said at the end, you're gonna have to answer for it. Your kids gonna be looking up at you like, hey, so we ain't seen you. Your wife gonna be looking at you like, hey, I ain't seen you. Like, I ain't got nobody to hold that night when I go to bed. Where you at? Why you just sitting in front of the computer forever? Like, yo, for real, like it ain't nothing. If don't nothing get produced at the end of all this, then what
Right.
is it for? What is it for? Like, yo, you ain't got nothing to show for it at the end when all of it's said and done, right? Yo, like some people are gonna be pissed. They are gonna be pissed. They are gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
And we don't say that to scare nobody. We just say it to be like, I'm just saying, yo, just be intentional, dog. Just be intentional. Just like move with a purpose at every chance you get, dog. Don't leave nothing to chance. Like Mark just explained the story that people are really out here doing. Like, yo, there's some people out here like, yo, when I get my settlement money, bro, ooh, when that check come, bro, ooh, like, come on, bro. Come on, man. Like, yo, for real, make it happen, dog. Like, stop waiting on people to make it happen for you, man. Cause that ain't how life. That's not how life is supposed to work, bro. Like you out here just waiting on something to be handed to you. Like that's how you got into the situation in the first place. That's why you out here waiting on people to do stuff for you, bro. Like that's, man, get out of here with that, dog. Get out of here. Like for real, go find a way to make something happen for yourself. Stop sacrificing your own body. Stop sacrificing your own health, and stop sacrificing the time that you're supposed to give to everybody else because you decided that you wanted to waste your time doing something you ain't got no business doing, bro. For real, it's
Yeah.
it's too much, dog. Like you. And then you want everybody to just sit back and just be okay with everything you're doing. Like, no, it's not. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. So for real, find a way to get what you're supposed to get done, and stop playing. Stop playing with life, man, because it's gonna pass you by. So let's act like it's gonna pass us by. Let's act like it's not. It's a limited resource. Time is a limited resource, unlimited for the earth, but limited to a single individual.
Mm-hmm.
So let's act like it's limited. Let's really do something with the time that we're given on this planet, man, and just make it count, dog. That's the only thing. And you know, if I wouldn't be going so hard on this particular topic if I won't going through some of the things that I'm going through right now. But it's because I'm going through the things that I'm going through right now. It's making me stronger with my my conviction to this particular topic. So get out there, make it happen. Especially my men out there, bro. Yada was right. I'm just gonna put it out there like that. Like I don't care like how many, you know, if you're a woman and you didn't agree with what Yada said about how a man should live their life, like I Quiet as Kept, Alyssa had the conversation with me last night. She said, "But we're a team. Shouldn't we be a team?" I'm like, "Yes, yeah, we should be." But I got a role to play, and I ain't been playing it. As part of the team, I got a role to play, and I ain't been playing that. I ain't been doing what I supposed to been doing. And because I haven't been doing what I supposed to be doing, you haven't been able to do what you're supposed to be doing. So let's go ahead and fix that part so that we can make our future look like the way we want it to look. And like ET said, make the rest of our life look like the best of our life.
Oh, hey man. Yep. Because all right, so and if y'all don't remember, if y'all haven't seen, Yada was talking to a young fella about basically the roles of a man has to play. Yada was talking about like, yeah, you should be going 200,
I'm going hard
1,000% to live the lifestyle that you want to provide for your family, because you know you're doing it. If you're doing it for your family, you should go all in, put all your cards on the table, and do everything you need to do to succeed. And young cat was like, I'm doing that. You know, I'm working, my wife's working, this, that, and third. But no, my brother, you're not going hard. You need to go harder, you know, to accomplish those things. Because we say we want to live our best life, but do we know what that looks like? You know,
a lot of people don't.
When you work and you just and not to say that a traditional lifestyle is better than any other lifestyle, but like just having that natural, we'll say it's a natural lifestyle, how it was meant to be. Like the man works, the man brings home the provides, and the wife or the woman takes care of the home front. For some reason we've gotten to the point where that's taboo, that we don't like the thought of that for some reason. But like when things just work, it works. Like it's a reason that was working back in the day well. Like there was no complaints. Well, you had some families that messed up, but it was only
Yeah, some
because
families mess it up, and it's usually our lineage that messed it up. Like those type of families, like people who that we came from, they messed it up, and that's the reason why we blue collar the way we are right now, because they messed it up in the future, but in the past, and they never really corrected.
the fact. And when everybody is just playing their role, we see it in business. It just works. You know, jobs get done, goals are met. And it's crazy because we don't take that back home. Seen a video where a guy was talking about like say you have a husband, right? Your husband says, "Hey, I need this and that third done. I need this done around the house. Um, you're gonna do this. I'm gonna do that." And you just go off. You go off at your husband. I ain't doing this. I'm a woman. I'm strong, independent, and all this other stuff. This and third. And the girls around the table, they was like, yeah, we would do that. We agree with that. But you go to a job, your job tells you, I want you here at a certain time. I want you to do this task. No negotiations. You do it wholeheartedly with a smile on your face. They even tell you to put a smile on your face. You know, when you greet a customer, you greet them with a smile and all this other stuff. You say good morning when they walk in the door and all this other stuff.
And I better not let them tell me that you ain't smiling. We gonna have a problem.
But yeah. And men do it too. Man, you go above and beyond for your job. You putting overtime in your job. But you can't do that at home for your significant other. The principles are there. The formula is there.
Mm-hmm.
We just putting the wrong things in that formula. You prioritizing the wrong pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh, that's it, bro.
Yeah, what we got coming up?
Stop doing this fight for the last word. I'm done with that. So I said February 24th. The book 1 of the Arcanic Calamity series, the Gem State Siege, will be completed. And when I said that, I meant it. I am so close to the end of this joint. I'm on chapter 55. I said 55 was probably going to be the final prediction of how many chapters is in the book. That was wrong. It's probably going to be like 62, but you know, I digress. It's a hefty, little hefty one. So yeah, let me not go there. But I did get a little perspective recently, and I watched the Stan Lee documentary on Disney Plus, and got a little bit of perspective about what this is supposed to look like. You know, based on what was some stuff that Stan Lee did. You know, and some of the information that I've been getting recently, that you know, comic books might be the way to go. So I want to revisit my goals for 2024 right after I finish writing this book. So like, you know, obviously I don't need to rush into the second joint. So huge marketing push is coming for the Gem State Siege. Also, if you guys are interested in the Gem State Siege or the Aether Universe, head on over to ajmcmullen.com/newsletter. Get signed up. They got a lot of special offers coming through, a lot of free content coming through. Go ahead and get on that, man.
Hey man, I don't know why I say it, man. It just sounded like you were preaching. It's just when things are just yeah. Man. But Morton's Castle is in the works, people. That was a part of the meeting that me and Aaron had. It's coming. It's coming. Give it some time. It's coming, y'all. This has been the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is Aaron Mack. Before we go, please trample over that like and subscribe button. We do this for y'all because we love y'all. And we just want to give y'all the motivation to be better than y'all were yesterday. And always remember, those who shy away from addressing the elephant in the room are doomed to be crushed by the weight of it. We love y'all.
Peace. Love y'all. See y'all next week. I'm going to do it.